I'm NichBoy, and today I'm playing Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I will be joined by Olivier Proulx, who was on yesterday's episode of Pocket, and he's gonna sit through here as one of the game producers and sort of talk me through what I'm doing. So let's jump in. Olivier, thank you for joining me. Now, it's been 5 years since I played the last Deus Ex game. So I figured not only do I need the help with how to play the game, but also just context. Like, who am I looking at right now?
We're looking at Adam Jensen,
yeah,
our hero who's back from Human Revolution, and we always like to say that he's like the Adam 2.0 in Mankind Divided.
Yeah.
More comfortable with who he is.
And also because he's got a bunch of, like, upgrades. Like,
yeah,
he's literally Adam 2.0.
He has better augmentation, he's easier to control, but you know, in Human Revolution, he was the I never asked for this Adam Jensen.
Yeah.
Now we try to portray him as much more comfortable with who he is.
It's like, give it to me.
Exactly, so he wants to go in, understand what happened, and now he's heading into a mission with the TF-29 Interpol team to try to fight terrorism and, you know, help the greater good, I would say.
Yeah, so we're kind of part of an anti-terrorist, counter-terrorist group. Now, I've got the choice here, non-lethal or lethal. I mean, if I was really going government, I'd just go lethal. If I go how much harder is the game going to be if I go non-lethal?
I think it's balanced in a way where both sides are going to have some challenges. I think if you want to do a full playthrough of the game without killing anyone, it's possible. It's really hard, though.
Right, really hard. How about we go lethal, but then most of the time I'm going to just try to politely talk my way out of a situation.
Your call.
Yeah. And if something terrible happens,
we'll see what happens.
Then I can murder someone.
So basically, you choose non-lethal or lethal for the first weapon that you're being given in the game, but very quickly, as you explore the environment and move forward in the mission, you're going to collect other stuff, and you can choose and adapt your playstyle to whatever you want. So now you chose lethal. You have a choice between combat rifle or revolver, short range or more of a distance weapon.
I feel like I want combat rifle. Because if they're close to me, I feel like I've made the wrong decision. You didn't say anything. You kind of readjusted and sat back. Is that the... Oh, damn it!
There's no wrong choice.
That crafty French sort of like... Maybe short range. No, Nick, don't make him think... You're getting in my head. Combat rifle.
I'm not looking to play dice with anyone in there. Give me something with distance.
Your call.
So now, Director Miller is telling you about potentially a secondary objective. And, you know, in a Deus Ex game, when you're told something, like go fast, there's a sandstorm, there's a secondary objective, it's good to pay attention to details because you might miss those different moments in the game.
So either listen closely to the game or have a game producer sit next to you and go, by the way, you should probably pay attention right now.
Task Force action. This is Knife Leader. Engage Husk drives and descend to Angels 1-5.
It's also 2029, I think I saw.
Right, yeah.
That's not that far away. Like, when you think about it, do we have this sort of like plane helicopter technology?
We don't know.
I don't know if we're going to get there in time. He just jumped out of the plane.
Yeah, because he has this Icarus landing implementation I was telling you about.
Yeah, so we were talking about that on yesterday's episode of Pocket. The problem with the Icarus landing is that Icarus died.
But
so like,
obviously
but he seems fine.
It worked out for Adam here.
Yeah.
So when you start the game in Dubai, you're basically decked out with all the augmentations that you had in Human Revolution because you're just continuing his journey. A bit further down the line, things happen where you have to reconfigure Adam and really customize it the way you want, and you get to be exposed to all the new augmentations.
And when you say reconfigure, do I get sort of like stripped down and then I need a whole new set of stuff, or I get more stuff added on top?
It gets stripped down. You are giving some praxis points that are needed to build new augmentations, but you start with a lower, sort of decked out Adam Jensen.
Right, okay, cool. So, I've got my gun.
There you go.
Now, I mean, should I be worried that there's someone here now?
No, I think we just want to get you comfortable with the controls to start with and how to move around the environment.
Should I take the handsaw?
You can grab a lot of the different objects in the environment, and they can be used, especially when you like to play stealth or just when you want to influence where the AI goes. You can throw it, it's going to create a disturbance.
Yeah, right.
We can move around.
And I figure if I throw it at someone, that's a lethal option, because there's this giant spinning blade on it.
Yeah, actually, that's really a cool part of the game. There's a lot of systems in the game, so if you want to take like a big box and send it and throw it on an NPC, it's going to damage him. So there's a lot of emerging gameplay you can play around with.
I do like to throw boxes. Okay, let's get through here. Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about.
So obviously, vents. It's a Deus Ex game, so we need some vents.
We need some vents.
in our level,
even in 2029, we haven't figured out
a
better way to air condition.
So now we're in an abandoned hotel. This was in construction when the AUG incident happened.
And the AUG incident was where everyone's augments went nuts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of workers that used to have augmented limbs, but they're just in the environment they're basically dead. So you can feel the effect of the incident.
I really hope no one's down there. I think we're fine.
And you can see in the background, you have the sandstorm that's looming and coming for you. Depending on how fast you go through the mission, you might hit the sandstorm at the end.
Do I want to hit the sandstorm at the end, or is that a no bueno situation?
Actually, I think it's not bad because it hides you from different challenges at the end.
Ah, cool.
So there's no.
Oh, so if I'm quick enough, I get into the sandstorm.
If you're quick enough, you don't see the sandstorm, but you just get a different experience.
Right. Okay. Right. Yeah. Maybe I'll just go slow. Maybe I should just
I think we're going to go slow enough to.
Yeah, I think you're bad enough at this game. Okay, so we got some cardboard boxes to just throw around. He's got a hell of an arm on him, I'll tell you what.
So now we're telling you hold the L3 button to. We want to teach you how to assign and use the augmentations in the game. So now you're in the augmentations quick wheel, and we're telling you, go select the smart vision, apply it to your L1 button, and there you go.
And so now.
So now when you use it, you can smart vision. So it highlights different elements you can interact with. You can see enemies through walls and different objects in the environment. That's another augmentation that you can use, is the punch through wall. So it's always a good habit when you're walking through a Deus Ex environment to look for different ways to go through different challenges. There's a lot of multi-pathing, multi-solutions. So again, with this first challenge, we just tried to teach you to look through the environment a little bit. You can hack.
Hacking. Wow, that does not look at all like the keypad.
So we're teaching you how to capture nodes, so just move forward and try to...
Anomaly detected.
Now when you detect it like this, you have a countdown and you have to get to
That's right, I remember
the registry before time runs out. So this is like a simple configuration, but as you move through the game, there are sometimes like fog of war, different booby traps that you have to face, and you can find a lot of software to help you move through the different hacking mechanics. So we have a lot of players that love hacking, so we added more depth to it.
How accurate is this hacking?
It's accurate in the Deus Ex world.
Yeah, right. Now there's two of them.
Yeah.
Can I... Oh, wow. Hello. Okay,
that was pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
There you go.
Feels
so
good.
you can see, like, we worked a lot on the first-person shooting mechanic. The overall combat fluidity is a much more valid option, and maybe in the Human Revolution this would have been a bit more clunky to go through this sort of challenge.
I appreciate it. I know some people are purists when it comes to the game, and they don't want you to. Am I going up or down? Penthouses or rooftop? Where am I? I'm on the roof. I'm going penthouses. Yeah, I know some people are purists and they go like, don't ruin the stealth. But you guys can stealth it up. There's nothing here stopping you from playing stealth.
Just being aggressive today. There's a lot of.
I got issues to work out.
If you have issues to work out through, the game supports.
Exactly.
No problem.
Hiding in the corner helps nobody. You know what helps people? Shooting them. I just straight up put it in that guy's knee.
These
and
guys
then
don't stand a chance.
No, not at all. I'm beginning to feel a little bad because I'm feeling some French judgment from this side of the table. Or is that just my imagination?
I think it's your imagination.
How about I'll just knock this one in? Yeah, see,
much better.
It's so gentle.
Much better.
Such a nice person.
So you can start picking up
some
some other weapons to build up your arsenal and collect some ammo, loot.
How many can I carry at once?
Now your inventory size is pretty small, so you're going to be limited to maybe 2 or 3 weapons, depending on their size, depending on other stuff that you do in the game. But at some point, you have to manage your inventory for sure.
Yeah.
And you can expand your inventory through augmentations.
And then with this is picking up. Okay, so am I tagging people here, or I'm just sort of like, I know that they exist?
You can tag them. If you aim down sights long enough, you see that they're being tagged with a mark and tracked augmentation. So again, in Dubai, you're basically all decked out. All these augmentations will be removed from your arsenal as you move past this
airport security.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we're clear. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
This is what I need, positive reinforcement every time I play something.
So you might not have the smooth operator, like little bonus XPs at the end of the map.
I thought we agreed on positive reinforcement, not the
but
you
no,
might not
like,
get this thing.
What we did with the XP point is if you play combat like you're doing, you get a lot of like little nuggets of XP as you're killing everyone as you go through the map. If you go more on the stealth route, you don't get those XP bonuses to kill people, but when you get to the end of the challenge, you get that
like a
operator
big,
or ghosting. So we try to balance it out where there's no better way to play. You're not hindered in your progress based on your play style.
Okay, what should I do in this scenario? Because he
just give him a bit of a headshot. Should be.
Do you reckon? Because I was gonna say maybe I should just try and play stealth.
No, I think the AI is in the alarm state. They're looking for you. They know something's going on.
They know. I'm never gonna.
So you could hide. Like this is the game would respond to if you hide for maybe a couple of minutes, find a good corner.
They're gonna go
stealth. They'll stop searching and go back to a normal state.
Yep.
Which obviously is not ultra realistic, but this is a video game, so we need to support.
I don't want ultra realistic.
Yeah.
Ultra realistic. I'm probably not even getting over to Dubai in the first place.
That's it.
The plane probably crashes. Okay.
So you can see little icons on top of the NPC's head. It's just they're propagating the chaos and the to inform each other where you're at. They can flank you, throw grenades.
Are there environmental things that I can use here to help kill them? Is this like I'm looking for barrels. Is what I'm looking for. Oh, good lord!
I think you should go press.
Oh no!
Press your right stick. Just a bit too late. You could go and use some health reboost.
Oh right, okay.
When you're in that situation.
Pressing the right stick will give me.
When you press the right stick, you go into the the quick wheel where you can manage your weapon.
Yeah,
but
cool.
You can also trigger biocells for your energy for augmentations and hypostem for your health.
Okay, now these guys are not alerted to me now, correct?
That's correct.
So I could try for a stealthier go through this time. Okay, he's turned around.
I can give you maybe a tip to if you want to go back a little bit.
Oh yeah, please.
Exit the room. I'm completely giving everything away.
No, this is great.
Go to your right. I just want to show that again. If you go to your left, you look up, you're going to see a vent. Again, vents are.
Oh yeah.
So this sort of alternate route is important in Deus Ex. So for a player that takes a bit more time that we have today and they explore an environment, you can jump to the vent and kind of go around the enemies we just saw. Just
jump?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I forgot about his fancy legs.
So now you can move through the vent and go around the challenge a little bit.
So really, this whole segment is just a giant tease. It's kind of like, here's what you could be at the end of the game. Non-lethal as well. Just want you to notice that we're not all psychopaths here in Australia. Can I shut this door? Because I'm worried there's going to be a
good thing to
bit
do.
of a dead body.
Yeah.
Well, unconscious body. How long is he staying down?
He's staying down for the whole mission.
Okay,
though, when they're unconscious and if they're being found by their allies, they can be woken up.
Yeah. Oh, right.
So if you play non-lethal, you have that bit of an additional challenge that you might re-encounter the same enemies a bit later down the road. So it's good to take the bodies, hide them behind corners.
What I used to do in stealth games is I would knock someone out and then I would hide their body like down an elevator shaft, which would actually kill them.
Right.
So I feel like I can't suppress it.
Again, this is really a cool alternate route. Now you're going to go to an area where there's some poisonous gas, and again, because you're fully decked out, you have a rebreather augmentation that allows you to move through this. Later on in the game, if you don't have this is an alternate route that you couldn't use.
Because I don't have super lungs. Go this one. Oh goodness. Oh no. Oh no. Did I stay too long?
The thing is, because you didn't have a lot of energy, the rebreather uses energy.
Right, okay, right.
So that
down here?
That's it.
Interesting. Yeah. And so what is using up that energy besides the rebreather?
So the cloak mechanic, the smart vision mechanic, the silent leg mechanic.
Of course, everything is battery operated.
That's it. We didn't make it past batteries.
We haven't done wireless kinetic charging.
So if you want to recharge your battery, I would recommend press the R button. Hold it.
Sabotage! Sabotage!
Hold it down. There you go. So now you can change your weapons.
Yep.
But you can also use your biocells to recharge your energy, or if you get in trouble in terms of combat.
Stim for R2. Okay, cool. Well, let's charge that bad boy. And I'm fine with health. We're never gonna forget what you just did to me. How dare you? Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys there, five there.
Yeah.
And heaps. There's heaps.
There's a lot of people.
How am I supposed to do this without killing people?
But you have a nice ladder there.
Just do have a nice ladder here.
You maybe can use some cloak.
Now I saw the little yellow indicator. So at yellow, is that he's not suspicious yet?
He's not suspicious yet.
Cool.
It's just a helper for the player to see he's about to be suspicious. So you're in his range. Then it turns red, and then he actually is alerted to you. And then it goes investigate. So there's like 3 states to the process.
This is something that I need in real life. Like when I lie to people, I need to know when they're about to become suspicious.
Yeah, you need a yellow meter.
Yeah, exactly.
Be useful.
Okay, let's get up here.
You press the
quick
left on the D-pad.
Left on D-pad.
Yeah. So now you're cloaked.
Yeah.
They can still hear you though, so you have to be careful in how you. But see, he's not seeing you. You can even take him down while being cloaked. But now it's very energy consuming, so you don't have enough energy for this.
Oh no.
Oh no. Out of energy.
Oh no. Oh no.
I think I put you in a tough spot.
I think you did. Every time.
All right, so now.
Olivia.
Because I know you love to play combat. I was just trying to put you in that situation.
Don't you pretend like this is all part of some grand plan. Okay.
We have it all figured out. So they're trying to investigate.
Yeah, I probably should have just let them run in that direction because they were running away from me. Yeah.
That's clear.
Solid copy. Good.
So can I get through here while I'm in combat?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can try to get out of it.
You could try.
Yeah,
okay, cool. Okay, good. Hopefully they've forgotten there's a door.
Yeah.
They've forgotten.
Our AI is not.
It's not completely stupid. Yeah. Sorry, I just insulted your intelligence.
The whole AI
game. So, okay, I should not be standing. They are all coming.
So maybe try to take cover, and you should use a grenade.
Yes, right. And I should definitely get some more health. Hold that. That, and then change to grenade.
So you have the frag grenade already loaded up.
Okay, cool.
So it's going to be the...
and how do I throw that?
It's going to be the right one, the R1 button. There you go.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
Run away. Good.
Yeah, when we were producing the VFX production, we were kind of thinking about Michael Bay a little bit. Right. More
okay, there's
you're being flanked right here, so
yeah. Remember how good this was all going before? Do you remember that?
I remember.
Before you were like, you should
Just
cloak it up. Okay, that. I'm out of stims.
Uh-oh. So.
Just run! No, that's not run! Hack?
You're gonna be caught while hacking. Well, when you hack, the game is not paused, so you might be shot at when you do that. So
let's try. Where am I trying to get to? I'm trying to get to
the green.
There, so follow that, which goes this way.
You're gonna get killed.
All right, after that little act of sabotage, I feel like I need to see something else. I want to talk to some people.
Yeah.
We're in Dubai at the moment. There's a slums section that we can look at.
Yeah, we call the area Golem City. It's just on the outskirts of Prague. It's basically a ghetto area where the augmented population are being pushed away. So a big mission is to go investigate Golem to bring to light potential terrorists.
Take me there.
Yeah.
And am I sent there because I am I'm going to say Augie? Would that be the term?
Yeah, one of the reasons why you send there is because you're an Aug, so you could probably move through the area, in a much more fluid manner. Now you see the tough conditions that people live in. They look poor. They don't have great living conditions.
They don't have my cool sunglasses.
They don't have your cool sunglasses. They need neuropazine to sustain their augmentations. They don't have it, so they're in withdrawal. So very, very difficult conditions. You can see we tried very hard to portray that through the environment. It looks dirty. It's
horrible. I don't want to be here at all.
You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there.
And I can talk to everybody here as well.
Yeah, I mean, all the characters in the game, at minimum, they're going to respond to you with what we call them monologues. They're just going to talk about their experience. We have so much voice recording in this game that makes it very immersive. You have a character like her. She's a doctor. She has actually a more fully fleshed out conversation.
Right. Okay.
So this one we can maybe skip through it real quick, but she asked
for
neuropazine.
This one, don't.
Yeah,
this one.
it's it just adds a lot of flavor to the world, and she tells you to be careful about the area, and you know that you know you should be able to. She gives you more context on who's Talos Rucker.
Yeah, cool.
All these things.
And is the chatting to civilians and people, is that important? Is there an investigative sort of, I'm getting bits of information that I can use later, or is it more world building?
I would say there's both of them. Sometimes it's going to steer you into different areas, going to give you hints of where to investigate. Sometimes it's just to give a bit more color to the world and to the different characters and what you're seeing.
Okay, so head up here?
Yeah. Now there's just reinforce the theme of you know, the police oppression, and as an AUG you're always looked at and
But I'm one of them! I'm with you guys!
But the police, it's like a police state, so they're really looking at everyone you know, in the ghetto. And as you move forward, you see, you know, people being arrested.
Yeah, right.
For no really good reason. There's a lot of voiceover hit and a lot of frustration. So it's yeah, it's a tough setting. You don't want to live there.
You people. Now what? What other lies have you come to tell me?
I'm sorry to bother you, but I'm here to see Sokol. He's expecting me.
So now, like, you're being stirred to a direction of maybe a contact that could help you to get to Rucker, but he's not there. His sister-in-law is there. He disappeared, so she gives you different hints. And now you have a social augmentation that can help you steer maybe the direction, the conversation in a way that could help you with that investigation.
Because I got to tell you, Adam, judging by Adam's face, this man needs a social augmentation. Like, I feel like people skills are not #1 on his priority list.
He's sometimes going to give you a bit of, you know, a funny side.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a pretty.
So I can either sympathize with, or what's focus?
Just like.
Just tell her to shut up and.
Kind of stop panicking and give you my information.
I'm going to sympathize. I'm going to play against type. He's going to be one of those people who on the outside looks grumpy, like me. On the inside, delightful, like me.
It's been a rough day, especially here. I can see that. But maybe I can help. What happened?
Like you care. My husband.
Can I just kidnap her? And
no.
hold her hostage,
No,
and he'll come, or does he not like his sister-in-law? Maybe it's one of those situations.
Yeah, there's
the in-laws are generally not.
The in-laws are not like really fleshed out relationship in the game.
Yeah.
But again, if you're completely psychopath, you could finish the conversation and shoot her. You know, you could kill her. But
And
there's no gameplay reason to do it. But
no,
the game
and nor should there be.
No, but the game gives you a lot of freedom. You can do basically whatever you want, and if you do that, you know, police is going to be obviously all over you.
So those cops around the corner that are arresting people, they might come in here.
Yeah, they would come and they would adapt their AI pattern to come in and, you know, basically shoot at you if you do that.
Yeah, that, I mean, look, that kind of makes sense.
Don't do that.
Just don't kill her, and we should be fine.
So now you could do like a quick event because of the social augmentation. You can help with the
Right.
conversation.
Okay. Cool.
So that's something in the previous game. The social augmentation was just used in very few big debates, but in this one, we use it in many more sort of more standard conversations like we have right now to pay off with the social aspect of the game.
And that stuff works because it's sort of personalizing the conversations that you have.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But we might leave it there because I feel like I don't want to show too much. But then,
No,
are you sure?
yeah, don't do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't kill her. Adela.
No, she just
We're
helped us.
really attached to the character.
No, that's true.
No, we're not going to do that.
All right. Well, Olivia, thank you very much for sitting and helping me through the entire game.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
We should do this again sometime.
Yeah.
Maybe with some games that you haven't made either. I'm saying let's be friends.
What's that?
Oh,
Let's
no.
be friends? Oh yeah, we can be friends.
Okay.
Long distance relationship.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. I'll come over to Ken sometime, crash on a couch.
That's not gonna work.
Okay, so that was Mankind Divided, and like I spoke about, I'm not huge on stealth games. I think it's a combination of I get frustrated having to wait to predict enemy patterns and that sort of thing, and I don't like having to do things over and over again. You know, if I get caught and it fails, then I have to start this whole level again. And we saw here, you can go through stealth until something terrible happens, and then you can break out the guns. And the game felt pretty good. As I was playing through, I was remembering a lot from the last game, from Human Revolution, and how it had sort of like a non-traditional controller scheme, and there's some things to get used to here. And I would say the biggest worry I have with this one so far is that there's a lot that you can do. Obviously you're starting sort of very powerful and then you get that stuff taken away from you, but there's a lot of different ways that you can approach a situation, not just like paths that you go through, but how your character uses abilities and that sort of thing. And there's a lot of HUD going on every time you turn on the sort of detective vision thing. Lots of things are popping out, and sometimes I get overwhelmed with that stuff. I see a lot of clutter, and I can't necessarily like see the game, which is what I'm supposed to be looking at. But that's something that does come with practice. The more that you play it, then the more I get to know, oh, I can cloak for this amount of time before the battery runs out. And I do like that while he is superpowered, there are limits to those powers that he does. You know, he needs to have power to go invisible, or power, you know, when he lands with the gas mask and that sort of thing. That's all working on the same sort of pool of resources so that you aren't just this superhuman who goes through. And then when the shooting happened, the shooting actually felt pretty good. It felt way better than I was expecting. Or maybe I've just gotten better, guys. Maybe I've just gotten way better at shooters after sitting there with developers who are helping me, you know, point everything out. The world they're building is interesting. I like that we're kicking off from the end of the last game where all the Augies went nuts and sort of there was a big sort of revolution against them, and now we're living in a world where they're sort of second-class citizens. And it's interesting having your main character be one of those people, but also in charge of hunting them. There's a lot of inherent self-loathing and reflexive thinking about what you are and who you stand with in that sort of scenario. I hope that the game goes with character development for Adam, as opposed to this just being a setup for, you know, a more interesting story. I want to see Adam and his reaction to this sort of world where he's hunting the people that he is also a part of. And given that every single person you see you can have a conversation with, unless they're a baddie and the conversation just involves a bullet, you would think that a lot of the dialogue and chatting that you can do with people will help really grow the character and go deep on his ideas, and also, you know, backstory for the world and the situation. So the game comes out in August. From what I've played so far, I will be looking at more of it, and hopefully this is a game like Metal Gear, which I initially was very cool on the idea of going through this game as stealth, but then as I learned the systems, it was a stealth that I really enjoyed, and I could see that if this has some of those same elements to it, that this is one of those stealth games that I will actually want to play through the whole time without just going balls to the wall bullets. Alright, that's it for today's episode of Pocket. My Pocketeers, NichBoy out! Mwah! He was so French. It's nice.